The Clyri were a proud race. 10,000 years ahead in technology, diplomacy, and war. They had conquered stars not with brute force, but with precision, calculation, and mastery of the stream. A multidimensional communication protocol that allowed for instant transmission of thought, knowledge, and strategy across galaxies. No species, no matter how evolved, had ever learned to use the stream. Not fully. It was simply too complex, too alien. Until Earth sent her. Her name was Captain Mira Thorne. A linguist, yes, but more than that, something the Clyri didn't have a word for. Intuition. No. Reckless genius? Closer. The Clyri translated her official role as cognitive combat specialist. But no one really knew what that meant. Not even Mira. When the humans first arrived on Clyros Prime for the diplomatic exchange, the Clyri Council smiled with polite indifference. They had seen this pattern before, eager species thinking they were ready to ascend to interstellar partnership. They'd learned the hard way. As tradition dictated, each delegate was presented with a trial access to a beginner's segment of the stream, a kind of testbed simulation. Even accessing it required neural synchronization and training modules that took Clyri children years to master. Their best diplomats had spent decades learning to wield it like an extension of thought. Mira blinked at the swirling interface projected in front of her. It looked like a chaotic lattice of light and data constantly shifting and folding into itself. One of the Clyri diplomats, Vital, stood nearby, his silver tendrils twitching with curiosity. "This is not something your kind can comprehend easily," he warned. "Even we require a—" "Got it," Mira said flatly. Vital stopped mid-sentence. "Pardon?" "I said I got it." Mira pointed at the lattice. "Your syntax is recursive but fractal. You're encoding intention, not just information. Thought as code. Beautiful." She reached out and touched a single node. It shimmered and expanded, blossoming like a flower made of glass and equations. "You should not be able to see that node," another diplomat muttered. Mira shrugged. "Why? It's just layered logic. Emotional weight carries priority. Like dream language. Same as how infants process identity. Or how we lie to ourselves." The room went dead silent. By the time the Clyri Council convened for the midday meal, an elegant blend of biogelatin and light infusion, Mira had constructed a fully operational stream construct. A working simulation. A mirror of a Clyri starship complete with consciousness imprint and command protocol. One of the elders, a revered historian named Jexler, stood with shaking limbs as Mira casually scrolled through layers of the simulation using only her thoughts. "This is impossible," he whispered. "Your species has no stream interface. No embedded cognition. You are still analog." Mira smiled, her expression one of mild amusement. "You told us it would take years. That no one could learn it without becoming part of it. You assumed we'd follow your path." She leaned in slightly. "But humans? We don't learn like you." Jexler swallowed hard. "Then how? We leap." The news spread across the stars faster than any war report ever had. The humans had cracked the stream. Not with tech. Not with biology. With pattern recognition. With the maddening, unpredictable way their brains shortcut logic in favor of insight. Overnight, Clyri universities were flooded with human scientists. Children born on colony moons were named Mira in reverence. Some Clyri even attempted to mimic human cognition through artificial dream states, hoping to simulate the leap. But they missed the point. Mira hadn't mastered the stream because she was special. She mastered it because she didn't believe she couldn't. In the final days of the exchange, Vital approached her once more, his expression unreadable. "I fear your species may surpass us, and quickly." Mira paused, thoughtful. "We're not here to surpass anyone. We're here because we're curious. You warned us it would take years. Maybe for some, it still will." She smiled as she walked away. "But lunchtime's long enough if you're hungry enough."